welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. I am your host, Wiley, and I want to say thank y'all for shouting me out, showing me love, telling me when you going live, when you going live. Listen, I had to take me a me day yesterday, and I went to sleep. I am 100% better. Okay, I haven't coughing, my nose wasn't running. I'm doing 100% better now. I'm doing real good. Okay, so I just want to say shout out to everybody for y'all keeping me in your prayers, for telling me what tea to drink, for giving me just stuff to do. I just personally want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Couldn't do it enough. I feel so much better today, and I just want to personally want to thank y'all for just keeping me in your prayers and just doing really well. How's the update on my family? My mother's not doing really good. She was in the hospital, but now she's out of the hospital because she was kind of dehydrated. So y'all just pray for her. My granny, she's in a rehab place, a rehabilitation place to get back on her feet because she had the stroke and all of that. Then of course she's getting over the coronavirus. So just pray for them. So they are, that's just the update. And I've been feeling real bad because I can't hop on no plane and just go see how my loved ones doing because of this pandemic. And y'all be very, very safe. Wash your hands, wear masks, be very, very safe out there because it is a virus that is out there. Okay. Mm. So thank you so much. So when I called my mom, she was in the hospital. I felt really bad. Oh my gosh. So I talked with her. I talked to my sister today. They trying to get her to, stay on her feet and not just sleep all the time because that virus is really just drain her energy. So my sister's doing pretty good. Um, the guy that who else did pretty good that I got an update on? Yeah, my sister doing pretty good. Her daughter doing pretty good. The baby's fine. So I will keep y'all updated as we get news. Okay. Woo, that was a lot. All right, we're going to get into our first topic of today. Let's get into Ti and Tiny. Let's get into them first. Where they at? Ti and Tiny. Let's get into Ti and Tiny first. Where they picture at? Right here. Now, Ti and Tiny, if definitely they're in the news because simple fact they're in the news because now it is a man alleging that they have sexually assaulted a man, and it's about up to about 6 victims of saying that Ti and Tiny sexually assaulted them. And also, did I tell you that it was a guy as well claiming that as well? So now the lawyer is speaking. The lawyer that's representing these victims, he said he went over the case. They're now filing charges. I did tell y'all previously that Ti and Tiny want to resolve this, but now it's like so many cases out there. And now I'm here, even in the chat, somebody said 3 men, I believe. On my research, it was 1 man, but it could possibly be up to 3 men. So it's just very, very, very sad this situation is going on. I don't know who Ti and Tiny pissed off. I don't know if it's been pushed because of politics, but this has been going on all over the news. So everybody been talking about it. I've been talking about it. You've been talking about it. And this is no joking matter. This is something they should have just kept their bedroom between husband and wife. But when you invite these people in the bedroom, and if they want to change their story, they can change their story. So I still didn't see any tangible evidence. What we're pretty much seeing is just hearsay. This one saying that they did this, and that one saying that one. So it's really no concrete evidence. I didn't see any concrete. I didn't see any concrete evidence that they in fact did this, but obviously it's the case to get the media talking. And I mean, everybody in the media is talking. Okay. I didn't get the testimony of the man, but they did say it was a man. And in the chat, somebody said it's actually 2. But in my research, it was 1 man that was now saying that he was victimized by Ti and Tiny. So we shall see how this is going to operate. This is something where Ti should just not talk to media. He tried to talk. There's no use you trying to talk. Now you better just allow your crisis manager, allow your people, your team to speak up because this situation, and now it picked up legs. Now the ball is rolling. Now you got this victim saying this lady saying this. So it's so many victims in a situation that you trying to come out and speak on it, you're going to make the problem even worse. You're going to make more victims come out. I think if he would have just kept quiet and they just kept quiet, didn't respond to Sabrina, I think this would have died down. But now that these victims are now speaking up, now people are saying they need to be investigated. But that in mind, If you say investigate T.I. and Tiny, also investigate Governor Cuomo in New York because he allegedly harassed someone via text message, was being very harassing towards his employees. So if y'all are saying counsel T.I. and Tiny, then Governor Cuomo in New York, he need to be counseled as well. I'm gonna just keep it 100% real. If we're gonna say counsel T.I. and Tiny without the investigation not fully going through, then let's counsel Governor Cuomo because Governor Cuomo got some allegations against him too. And I'm just keeping it 100% real. But let's be real, all of them need to be investigated. I don't think we need to see no family shows with T.I. and Tiny until we get the full investigation of T.I. and Tiny. We need to have that. Now, I'm gonna say in the chat, let me do it in the chat really quickly. Press one if you think they all should be investigated. Press one if you think T.I. and Tiny should be investigated. Press two, you don't think they should be investigated. This is all lies. I want to see what y'all gonna say of that. Press one if you think that T.I. and Tiny should be investigated. Press two, you just think this is a bunch of lies. You don't think they should not be investigated. Let me know in the chat. Let me see what y'all saying here. Press one. Okay, we got a lot of ones. It's a lot of people that said they should be investigated. Oh my gosh. Look at it. And if they see going around humping these people and you getting them on these drugs, that's it's best not to do it. I hope they got evidence that they everything they did was consensual. I hope everything came out that was consensual. But now, the lawyers involved, Lisa Bloom involved, this other lawyer involved, and the victims that T.I. and Tiny wanted to settle this court, settle the case, and the victim was like, no, we don't want no settlement. We pretty much want jail time. If y'all can go back, they came up and they said, hey, we want to settle this, and they wanted to settle the whole situation, and the victim said, no, we are not doing the settlement. We want them in jail. It's a lot of ones. It's a lot of ones. Y'all want them to be investigated. Okay. Ain't it something? Ain't it something? Y'all want them to be investigated, so y'all believe that it's some truth to it. I'm just looking. See, y'all in trouble. Y'all gonna need a crisis manager. I'll be your crisis manager. If you want me to be your crisis manager, book me. I'll be up on with my glasses and defend my client and say these allegations are baseless. These are upright citizens of Georgia. They will not do anything like this. My client is innocent. They are a good, loving couple. You know what I'm saying? They into politics. They're up to empowering Black people. These allegations just false. And we will see this to the fullest of the law. Okay, we are open up to any investigations, and yes, we will take any questions. Any questions? I'll be the first one with my glasses on, with my suit, and I go ahead and take the gig. I take it in a second. If they say, "Oh, well, we want you to be the crisis manager," I'll be the crisis manager, baby. I'll work through that. I'll manage that crisis in a second. Let me do it, okay? Ooh, this coffee is hot. Okay, we'll open up the phone lines too, and see what y'all have to say in the chat. And I want to see y'all call in too, because I think I got a feeling that y'all got a lot to say about this. All right, let's go to the next topic. All right, what we gotta go to? Let's get into this. Everybody is still raving about the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry interview. It went down in Britain. Let me tell you, Paris, he was so mad. He walked off Good Morning Britain, and they was up there dragging him because they was like, why are you coming at it against him? This is very racist. I mean, half of the people in the UK is for them, half of them not. They feel like they just doing this for attention, and they're not poor. How's they so poor? They're in $1 million mansion. They just doing this. They're salty. They just trying to embarrass them, the monarchy. They trying to embarrass the queen. I mean, it was in that dragon. What was his name? Is it Paris Morgan? He literally walked off set because they were talking about literally walked off the set. Yeah, Paris Morgan walked off the set, and I have a statement from ITV, the network that he worked at. He said, following discussions with ITV, Paris Morgan has decided now is the time to leave Good Morning Britain. ITV has accepted this decision and have nothing further to add. So he definitely they accept his resignation because now he literally walked off and quit because they were dragging him because he said all that talking. And I'm like, why are you so mad at Meghan? So I'm hearing that he was on a date with Meghan Markle at one point. They went out and it didn't work out. And that's why he dragging her. He wanted to get that first. He wanted to hit that first. And she wasn't trying to be with him. That's what I'm hearing. Allegedly, they're saying that Paris Morgan wanted it first. And it could definitely happen. That's what I heard. Okay. I mean, hey man, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that he wanted to date Meghan Markle? He like Meghan. He took Meghan on a date and she ghosted him. Yes, that they were on a date. Okay, that's what I heard. And she went on and got with Prince. You know, you get the Prince ping. Prince ping is better than correspondent on TV. You know what I'm saying? The Prince ping is so much better than the Prince than a correspondent ping. You will be in so much. You get so much attention being or being a princess or being associated with the prince. So that went on in Britain. I mean, it goes down in Britain. I mean, it went down in Britain. Child, it went down in Britain. So we definitely are here for that. It definitely went down on that. Okay, definitely. I mean, I'm talking about it went down. But anyway, Meghan, she said what she said. They did not share the information of who said something about her child being dark. That's why the palace is saying, like, we would never do that. The palace, they released a statement pretty much denying this, said we would never do that and that it will be investigated. Prince Harry did not announce the person who it was. We don't know. He did say it was the grandmother. He did say it wasn't the grandfather, but he do not want to announce who it was. So this is terrible. Mm-hmm. But press one if you like that interview with Prince Harry and Meghan. Give me a second, you guys. Let me blow my nose. I don't want it to be running. Press one if you all believe that y'all believe it in there. Press one if you all believe it. Press two you don't believe. You did like the interview. Let me know in the comments. Press one you like the interview. Press two you did like the interview. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So we got a lot of people say they're like, okay. Okay, I'm here. I'm seeing in the chat. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And another thing too, you know, I'm glad reason why I'm glad is because expose the racism that goes on in the palace, expose the racism that still goes on in that lineage, that they do not want an African to be a part of the royal family. I understand it. I'm glad they exposed that piece, but don't come out trying to expose half of it. Expose it all. Tell us who was the one that made a comment and said that your child was dark skinned, that you don't want your child to come out dark, okay, the color of the child. Put that information out there. I don't want no half tea, baby. I want it all. I want it all. Ain't no half tea over here. If you're gonna come out and spill some tea, spill it the whole roll. Spill the whole roll of tea. That's exactly what is. That's exactly what I believe in. If you're gonna spill it, oh baby, spill it all. Don't just spill a little piece of it. Well, I'm not gonna tell you what is what, but I'm not gonna tell you what is what. No. Spill it all. Spill it all. Spill it all. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Let me see it here. And if it was the queen, say it was the queen. But I do believe it was somebody higher up and said that. I do believe it was somebody higher up I do believe it was somebody in a high place said that. Either the queen or his brother or his brother's wife. It was somebody higher up because he didn't want to spill it. Baby, I want to know the name. Press one if you want to know the name. I just want to wait quickly. Press one if you want to know the name of the person that said they don't want to know if Archie's gonna come out as dark skin. Press one if you want to know the name. Press two, you don't want to know the name. Press one, you want to know the name of the person that said that. I want to make sure. Let me see. Okay. All right. We got a lot of ones up in here. Okay. Mm. We want to know. Because you put it out there, child. Don't be just giving us so half thing. But this was great in ratings. Over 17 million people tuned in to that interview, probably even more than that. Because they had millions of people watching in the UK. So it's probably even more than that. But I heard that it was over almost 20 million people viewed it in the United States. So it's probably way more people that viewed it over there. So we're going to see how that's going to operate. Okay. All right. All right. Give me a second. There we go for that topic. All right. Let's go to before I actually get started with this, I want to give a special shout out to Mouth Open. It was Mouth Open birthday, I believe, day before yesterday. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mouth Open. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless 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 you. Happy birthday, Mouth Open. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna go on to our other topic, and we're gonna talk about that other T.S. Madison show. Give me a second. I was trying to find the ratings and see how I did in the ratings. I couldn't find it, but if anybody have that information, can you all send it to me? But anywho, I'm literally been searching the internet, and when I will tell you, people across the internet, across the Twitter world, because she was trending, everybody was talking about her. And I had a person, one of my neighbors, huge T.S. Madison fan. I was asking her thoughts about it. She said it was an incredible show. It's literally a good family show. So when Tamar Braxton said, "Hey, do you see a show without too much drama?" I literally can say this right now. The T.S. Madison Experience is one of those positive shows. Even if they have a little argument, it's not throwing no drinks. Ain't nobody fighting. Ain't nobody pulling nobody wig. They're not over obsessed over peen and puss and licking and lapping. It's literally a good family show. A good, awesome family show. And I don't know how I did in the ratings, but I can tell you this: anytime you are trending worldwide, you're doing something awesome. You're doing something great. Anytime that you're trending across the world and as a trending topic, oh baby, you have made it to a whole nother level. So we want to say thank you again. We will be reviewing this show every Thursday. We will be reviewing this show every single Thursday. Every single Thursday, we will be reviewing the T.S. Madison Experience. Every single Thursday. Because they only got like 5 more episodes left. So we'll be reviewing every Thursday. Let me see. Press 1 if did you watch the show. Let me see how many people of my producers watch. If you watched the T.S. Madison Experience, press 1. Press 1 if you watched it. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Press 1 if you watched it. Okay. Let's see how many people watched it. Did you like it? Did you watch it? Okay. Okay. We got a lot of people that watch. Okay. Some people say they did watch. All right. Okay. We're going to move on. We say shout out to her. Okay. Let me see. Again, where else are we gonna go? We're gonna go to Cardi B. Oh, wait. Coming to America too. Coming to America. Say, can you see? I'm okay. Listen, I'm gonna give my honest review, and this is a spoiler alert, okay? And I'm gonna give my honest review. when it pretty much opens up, the movie opens up, and Prince Hakeem and just opens up, the people in the palace, and then they said you need to see the king. So the king was telling Prince Hakeem before, oh, you got a son. But before that happened, we see Wesley Snipes' character. He's playing this general, and he had a little funny walk, and that was quite cute, quite funny. And and then he went on to see the king, and the king was telling him, like, hey, Prince, you got a bastard son, and America, and oh my gosh, that part. And then it was so funny because um no, my dear brother, oh my gosh, Arsenio Hall played this old character, I guess the one that see visions and stuff. So played the character. So eventually they had a conversation, and he was like, "Prepare the royal jet. We're going back to America." And it was like, oh, hell no, Your Majesty. Did they go back to America? They go back to the barber shop of all the old barbers. I'm like, they should have been maggot food, because how is they still alive 30 years later? And they go in the barbershop and they talk about, listen, Nelson Mandela and Winnie. It was funny. It was a couple of little laughs in there. Did I laugh historically compared to the first one? No. So he finally found his son, and then you see Lunel up in there, and she was up there counting the candles for him, saying happy birthday. And I'm looking at that. Then they come. Then he said, "Oh, you need to come back to Zamunda." But before all that, y'all, I'm jumping the gun. Okay, I'm jumping the gun. Did y'all get into Salt and Pepper song? Did y'all get into Gladys Knight when she was singing "Coming to on that midnight train to Zamunda"? Get into that. Did y'all get into Gladys Knight when she sang that song on the midnight train to Zamunda? That part had me crying. Did y'all get into that? I was crying. I was like, this is my song. And then Morgan Freeman was in there. Like that funeral part, the best part of that movie is the funeral part. I definitely say the funeral part of them having funeral for the king was definitely dope. That was one of the highlights of the movie for me. It was so funny, and I was definitely into it. Okay, so they get the son. He goes back to Zamunda, and then the bather said, "Hey, you want to be clean?" Then the one that played his mom, I'm really not into her. She just not a good funny actress to me. Everybody says she's funny. What's her name? The comedian that's playing Princess King's mother. The comedian that's playing Princess King's son's mother. I'm not really into her like that. I'm not into her. She's not funny. She's a beautiful woman, by the way, but I'm just not with her jokes. Maybe it's not me. I'm not into her comedy. Yeah, Leslie Jones, I'm not into her comedy. She's a beautiful black woman. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not into her comedy. I'm not. I'm not into Leslie Jones comedy. No way. I'm not into her comedy. Her comedy is just not for me. But she's beautiful. I think she's a beautiful black woman. I don't know if she's single or not, but I'm just anyway. So they go back, and the daughter, his oldest daughter, really want to be in the want to be the queen of Zamunda because she was supposed to be next in line. But in Zamunda, they don't allow women to be the queen, only the male heir. So that's why Wesley Snipes' character won't want his son to marry the daughter, so they can have both kingdoms can come together. So another part of it, I love the barber. Now the one that played the barber, this is a spoiler alert. She's African and she was beautiful. I'm like, yes, it's something about African women. Anyway, very beautiful. And so he started falling for the African barber. And she was like, be the prince from Queens or be the king from Queens. And so they start falling in love. And then he got to the part where they start kissing. I'm like, yes, I'm here for it. Fall in love, fall in love. He really fall in love. Now, don't get me wrong. Who was the other girl that was Tiana Taylor? Body yaddy 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 yaddy. I would have took Tiana Taylor and the African woman. Take them all because her body was gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, she did it. She did it. Anyway, I took them all if I had a choice. Okay. So all that was going on, of course, the prince, he had to pass the princely test, and he had to go and get the whiskers, like get the whiskers from the lion, and then he had to walk like a prince, and so he had to get his uncle to come and help him out. That was cool. That was dope. How they had the cat food over there. I mean, the special effects of it was decent, and then he did pass the test. And then he wanted to get married to the barber, to the lady that did his hair, the bar, cut his hair and stuff, did his hair. So he was like, I want to marry you. I don't want to marry her. So they go back to America. And now, Prince Hakeem had to go follow his son back to America to bring him back to Zamunda. So they get married. So they got married in Zamunda. And then I'm just fast forwarding a little bit. And then the daughter was like, listen, we're gonna change the law. We're gonna make you the queen of Zamunda. I was happy about that. And we're gonna make, the son the ambassador to America. I thought that was so dope and so fun. But y'all got to get into it. They have some good African people that are so famous in Africa that we don't typically know them over here in America. But I was here for it. I was here for the musical selections. The shade of it all is it looked at low budget to me. It looked at low budget. I don't know how the budget was with the first one, but it looked at very low budget to me. Prince, I mean, Eddie Murphy could have did a better African accent, in the second one than he did in the first one. He did much better in the first one. Then in the second one, wasn't really feeling it. It's like he wasn't even trying to be funny. So I just think this second one was a hot stinking mess. But I did like the fact that you know they had some African. I did like the fact they had Africans in there. I did like the fact that the music selections. The musical selection was definitely there. They was in Rick Ross' house, yes, but the musical selection, and there was no need for Rick Ross to be in the movie. It was like some of these people in the movie. What in the world Lunel in the movie for? Lunel part, and I ain't throwing no shade at Lunel. I'm not throwing no shade at Lunel, but I'm gonna throw some shade. Why is she going on tour acting like she's one of the head leading members in Coming to America 2? Her part was so short that if you blink, you're gonna miss her. This woman doing all that talking, and she ain't hardly in the movie. You went in and blink, you'll miss it. If you blink, you're gonna miss it. Like, is that she going off? She doing all these talking like baby, like she in the up there with Prince Hakeem. She acting like she's one of the bathers. She acting like she's one of the leading members. She only had a little cameo. Ain't nothing wrong. Little Dale got a little cameo. But she was acting like, baby, she was acting like she was in the whole entire movie. I said, child, she wasn't even in that movie. The part that she was in is when, in the beginning, when they went to get Prince Hakim's son, she was in there putting the candles on the cake. But that she didn't really do that much. She really do that. I'm looking like she ain't really got no part. So why is she going around doing an interview? Okay, because she act like she the main cast member. But I'm not throwing no shade because she in the movie. Okay, I'm not gonna throw no shade because I got a feeling that she might come out the bushes and get me together. But she's in the movie. Okay, she's in the movie, and you know what I'm saying. We'll give her kudos. But my favorite part is Salt and Pepper and Gladys Knight and Morgan Freeman. Baby, Morgan Freeman can't do no wrong with that voice. My God, today. All right. How many of y'all enjoyed Coming to America? Press 1 if you love it. Press 2 you don't love it. Press 1 you like the movie Coming to America 2. Press 2 you did not like it. They could have just kept that in the vote. Let's see how y'all going to say it in here. Press 1 you like it. Press 2 you don't like it. Press 1 you like it. Press 2 you don't like it. Okay. All right. Oh, it's a split. It's a split decision. Okay. Did they say Lunel is in the chat? Did someone say Lunel is in the chat? I did hear a producer. Do we got is in my moderators? Did somebody say Lunel is in the chat? Okay, give me a second. Somebody said Lunel in the chat. Bright Star, is Lunel in the chat? Give me a second. Somebody said Lunel is in the chat. Is she in the chat? Okay, give me a second. Let me make sure I can drop the link. Give me a second. Is she in the chat? I don't know if I'm going to be able to drop. I could drop the link. Is she in the chat? Okay. Is she in the chat? Somebody says she's in the chat. Okay. Okay. Oh, she's not in the chat. Well, why somebody said she was in the chat? I was going to drop the link. Okay. Okay. I was going to drop. Okay. She's not in the chat. All right. Oh, let me go ahead, though. She coming to the show right now. I was such a fan, Lunell. I love you. Let's get into Cardi B. So Cardi B is in the media. She's in the news, not for any lawsuits, but because her single, she's the first female rapper to have a diamond song. Cardi B can buy us as many bloody shoes as she wants now. Last night, the Recording Industry Association of America dropped the news that Cardi B breakout hit Bodak Yellow is now certified diamond, has sold over 10 million copies, and that she the first female rapper in history to do it. In a video posted to Twitter, Cardi found out as team members pull a sheet off the record is diamond. For real, she asked, for real. Bodak Yellow has already smashed records. The song first landed Cardi in the top 10, making her the first female rapper to do so since Nicki Minaj. It was at one point the longest running Billboard #1 song by a female rapper, only recently beaten by Lizzo, Truth Hurts. With a Grammy performance slated for this Sunday and possible 2021 album drop, you could say Cardi was born to flex. So we want to say shout out to Cardi B, but that would have not have happened if it wasn't for the success of Nicki Minaj. And I say that, and this ain't no poor Nicki and this and this. Nicki should be happy because she planted the seeds and she opened up the door for other female rappers from all colors and creeds to go through it and to become winners. I think as though many people say, oh my gosh, y'all got to get Nicki off the floor. I know she's cracked. Every artist should come and beat the previous artist. That's how it should be. When Kim was out, she was able to break records. Nicki was able to shatter those records. Now Cardi is able to shatter the records of Nicki. Does that take away from Nicki Minaj's success? No. Does that take away from Cardi B's success? No. I think it should be more female rappers. And I'm shocked. I am so shocked that Nicki Minaj don't have a diamond of records. I'm just shocked that she don't have that. Nicki Minaj don't have that. I'm shocked because she should have that. No, excuse me. It always wrong when I'm on camera. Nicki should have it with Bodak with Nicki with a super bass. I'm shocked. I am so shocked. She should definitely have that for super bass. I'm shocked that it's for super bass not it. But anyway, we're happy for Cardi B. I think that's great. I'm a fan of Cardi B's work. I think she's an awesome work. And she's just on my list. So now I'm glad that she's winning and she's successful and that she's doing this. I'm just hoping to see what's going to be next for these other female rappers. But when the Grammys come on, she better put on a performance because you already know Doja Cat going to perform her behind off. Megan Thee Stallion, she gonna perform her behind off of Cardi. I'm here for all three of them. This is the first time in a long time since we have three major female rappers, superstars, three mega stars: Cardi, Doja Cat, and Megan. Three major superstars. This is huge for the culture. Despite who you side you on, you got three major, and I think that's dope. Honestly, they said I'm reading right now. I'm reading right now. As y'all shocked by, I'm not shocked. I think this is great for the culture. It got me so much. So shout out to Cardi B. Oh, that girl, I remember when that song first came out, people were like, oh, Wiley, I ain't into her. She just sit down. And it blew up, went #1. I remember Nicki gave her a shout out. This one they were cool, and then they started to fall out. Child, but I'm glad she got it. I can say I'm part of the million because I purchased the song. I love that song. If you wanted to, it's just blood about it. It's just blood issue. It's just this, and they get a well, and it was, and it's great, and it really all the country show. I make money move, and it money move. Okay. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. Okay. Don't get me started. I love me some Cardi B over here. Cardi B. We love you, Cardi. We love us some Cardi B over here, Cardi. I can't wait. She go to concert. I'm gonna be right there. Hey, go Wiley. I'll be up there dancing. I'm like, go ahead, Cardi B. Go ahead, Cardi. All right. We love her over here. I think that Cardi B is the queen. And I've been said that she's successful. Not the queen of speaking in English. She can't speak in English that well. Not that well. She's working on it. She's not the best interviewee. She got some baby dolls. Now, I don't know if any of y'all gonna have them baby dolls from a woman that always talk about her WAP. She always talk about her WAP. So I don't know if parents gonna be open to have their little girls rocking a Cardi B doll, holding a doll like that. Because she do always, Cardi talk about her WAP. She talk about how wet it is, how Offset, is going to be with her and he keeps her nice and right. And he allegedly always cheats on her. So I don't know if you're going to have that in your home. I don't know. That's up to the parents if y'all want to have them baby dolls in the house. I don't know. How many of y'all gonna buy the baby doll for your daughter? If for those that do have elementary age kids or kids that's 6 or 7, press 1 if you're gonna buy the Cardi B baby doll. Press 2, you're not gonna buy it. Press 1, you're gonna buy it. Press 2, you're not gonna buy it. Let me know. Because she always talking about her WAP and stuff like that. I want to know how many of y'all are gonna be buying it. Press 1, you're gonna buy it. Press 2, you're not gonna buy it. So I'm seeing in the chat a lot of people say they're not gonna buy the baby dolls. A lot of people in there said they're not going to buy it. Y'all said two. Wait a minute, y'all ain't going to buy the baby doll. She selling them baby dolls. I'm like, Cardi, sit down somewhere. You can sell a t-shirt. Who in the world would have bought a baby doll? Okay. All right. All that cuss she do, that ain't all right. Let's move on. But we love her though. I think she might follow me on Twitter one day. Let's move on. We love Cardi B over here. Okay, I say I love her. All right, let's get into our last topic of the day. Wow, Tasha K interviewed this woman. She's another victim of R. Kelly, former crisis manager. And this woman, I felt so sorry for her when I watched the interview. She was at a store, and he came up to her and said, "Hey, I'm a crisis manager," and she was telling him about the story of her mother. And she had paid this man that said he was crisis manager for R. Kelly, the former crisis manager for R. Kelly, paying him thousands of dollars. And she's speaking out to Tasha K. And let's give a special shout out for Tasha K. Tasha K literally is getting to the bag. Tasha K is getting to the bag. And with the smoke detector was not going off in this interview. And she was sitting down asking this woman some tough questions. And the woman was answering. This woman got used. I mean, this woman went to the bank, got tens of thousands of dollars on her account, and didn't get anything for it. So this part 1, she was just exposing, getting to the bag, and really saying, and then Tasha K said, "I knew he was a scam. I knew it." And y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but this woman, she was hurt. You know what I'm saying? She went to the barbershop, got her a nice fade, and went on there, did that interview with Tasha K, and she told Tasha, look at she lost all her hair from the stress. Now, she didn't say the interview. I'm just assuming she lost all her hair for being stressed. So she probably went to the barbershop and got a nice little shape up and went on and did that interview with Tasha K. And so we glad that she did the interview. I'm glad that she broke down and shared to us what really happened. And this man stole money, didn't pay the money back. And then she said she had some sunglasses, some Chanel sunglasses. I don't know the brand, but she had some sunglasses. And he said, "Well, I'm not going to leave here without nothing." So he took the sunglasses from her. This lady was just getting used. I mean, getting used. Then he said that he put what happened? That he put Gayle King on speakerphone. and she felt like, why would you put on speakerphone? And then, Gail King, and then she was like, well, he probably had a voiceover and everything like that. So it was literally a good interview. If you all did not check out that interview with the lady, they got her a good crispy lining up in there with the earrings and that blue shirt on. Get into that interview. That interview is really good. It really will tell you, be careful with your purse. Be careful with your purse. This man have scammed so many people. It's ridiculous. And then she said she go out jogging. And I said, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. She said she went out jogging or she went out riding her bike. She went out riding her bike. And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You ain't gonna be somebody you went out somewhere jogging. You ain't gonna say that to me, sister. No. No. Wait a minute. She said she went out jogging. I said, hold up. Press pause on this interview. What the world you talking about? You went jogging where? When did you jog? Baby, no. Okay, now I would have believed that you said you went out for a nice little walk to get your croissant. I'm just saying, but the woman said she went out jogging. Anywho, we'll let her have it. She the guest. She went out jogging. Okay. And she said she went past his house, and that was the house that she would go back jogging. So, so she explained it, and she's really, really hurt. You guys. She was really telling it all, and so we are here for it. I was tearing up. I was tearing up because I'm like, this man is going around scamming, and I'm like, I'm like, what in the world is going on? Okay, and I felt for her. I really did. Like, this man is just scamming people, and how did he get in contact with R. Kelly? So it's just really, really sad. You guys, it's a good interview. I'm telling you, that ain't the first of it. She interviewed the other lady that bailed out R. Kelly. That interview was everything upset. The smoke detector was going on. But anyway, that lady she interviewed that bailed out R. Kelly twice. That lady got a bag. And she was talking about that, hey, this is our friend. And she asked him, and R. Kelly was like, no, I don't do this. I'm one of the highly recognized R&B singers. Why would I have to put women in chains or in bondage or lock them in basements, etc.? So she interviewed about that. Tasha K is getting to the bag. I got to give it to her. That woman, baby Barbara Walters, watch out, Barbara Walters. There's a new host on the scene, and that is Tasha K. Give me a second while I open up these phone lines. When she interviewed that person, like, she have definitely been doing it. Give me a second. I'm gonna open up these phone lines and let y'all call in. If y'all want to call it, give me 1 second while I boot up the lines. She has big people can't talk to me on the state. Yeah, and she got 10%. Yes, she did. She had made a coin off of that. And they paid her back her money. Because she could have easily said, hey, they didn't pay me back, or hey, they cheated me out of my money. She paid her back. So she could have easily said, oh, they cheated me out of my money. All that. But hey, but Tasha K is interviewing. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Tasha. She getting to them interviews. Give me a second. We're gonna open up the phone lines. If y'all want to call in real quick. All right. Give me a second. Every time I get up in the air, my nose be running. But nevertheless. All right, we gotta open up these lines. Moderators, could y'all
Your
post the
show
number in the
now,
chat?
press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in
Can you
32
post the number in
seconds.
the chat? Thank you. All right. I'm a pin a number too. Yes, she is. Woo! All right, let me put the number in here.
Your show will go live in
All
5
lines
seconds.
is
4,
open.
3, 2, 1.
So it's the 646
Blog
716
Talk Radio.
8447. All right, I'll pin the number for you. If you want to call in, that's the number. And another piece about this woman, I'm glad she exposed the guy because them type of people need to be exposed. Y'all didn't get into the other snippet that she had. She interviewed another man. He met the man off the plane. How you get scammed off the plane? And he gave that man thousands of dollars. All right. Let's go. 5840, call you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
I just want to say, for Coming to America Part 2, you took the words right out of my mouth. I wasn't really going to call in tonight, but I had to because the way Lunel went about promoting the show, like she was the main character, and she was the big, and she was just promoting it like she was the it factor of the movie. Come to find out, she wasn't. She was basically like a background extra, but she had a couple, I would say 1 or 2 speaking lines.
Right.
I want to know, Lunel, if you're in the bushes, did they give you a waiver for you to become a SAG?
Because
being that you had a speaking role?
She talked as though she was one of the leading members, like she's Wesley Snipes' wife or something, coming up to Prince Hakeem,
Yeah, because she won a T.S. Madison show promoting the movie.
Really?
But the way she made it seem like she was a main character. Yes, she did.
I didn't know
that.
She
did.
What? I did not know that.
She did.
but what was your thoughts of the movie?
Coming to America, I believe Part 1 was better than Part 2.
Absolutely. The production was better. The storylines was better. Because it wasn't even the guy that played his son didn't even look right playing his son. Because both of the parents was chocolate. Could the son been chocolate? It just he didn't even look right for that role.
Even with Tiana Taylor, like Tiana Taylor's the it factor in New York. Like she's a dancer in the beginning. The first part when we seen her, she did dance, but the part was just it wasn't for me. It could have been way better.
It wasn't. And the part that I didn't like, how y'all letting a whole nother army invade y'all kingdom? Where y'all army at? They just automatically invade the kingdom. Like that stuff didn't make any sense to me.
But you did make a point that the funeral was a great part.
Yes.
Because the father wanted to have the funeral while he was living.
The funeral was good.
And then at the end he died.
Yeah,
that's what he wanted,
Yeah, that piece that was fun because I'm like, come on, Gladys, come on, Salt and Pepper. I turned into a Salt and Pepper fan. I'm like, when they about to drop a new album? Because I felt that they look good.
So it's never going to be Cinderella anymore. It's only Salt and Pepper now.
I think it's gonna be just Salt and Pepper because they dumped some. They dumped her from the whole thing. Because was she the DJ? She was the DJ, right?
Yeah, she was the DJ, yeah.
And they dumped her. They dumped her. She said they dumped her.
Wow, but yeah, I mean, other than that, it was good. But I did see the Tasha K, but I cut the middle of it. But being that you talked about it tonight, I'm going to watch I'm going to watch it throughout.
It's really good. Like
just because you talked about it.
Because thank you. The lady had me in tears because I don't know how these people can scam people like that. This man, he scammed not only her, but her other victims. Like, it's another one she got with this guy. And the guy was on the plane with the former crisis manager. And he scammed him out of thousands of dollars in a real estate scam.
Yeah, but she said her husband was warning her throwing signs, but she didn't.
That was that. You know why?
If someone is like,
No, go ahead. No, finish your point. You can finish.
If someone is supposed to do something for you and that person is not doing anything for you, why give out more money? I'm a little confused.
Facts. That man is an amazing talker because Wow, because he scammed out a lot, like what,
But they are a
84,000?
lot of those people in the world,
It is.
con artists. They're a lot. So be careful out there, real world people listening.
Be
Because
careful.
I have plenty of phone calls calling me, but I ain't a dummy.
Okay, they be trying it with me too. I'm not a dummy. I wasn't born last night. Well, we thank you,
But I'm
Icon.
gonna go back to the bushes, man.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye bye. All right. Let's see. 9456 calling on air. Hello. You live on the air?
Hello.
Yes, you live on the air. Speak on it. What's on you? How you doing?
Hey, Wally. How are you?
Okay.
Okay. The thing with Nikki and the reason why she can't sell records like Cardi is because she don't have that it factor. She has no swag, no personality. She don't know how to communicate with her audience or her fans. Cardi get out there. She does her thing. We know how to relate with her. She make us laugh. She's funny. And it sells albums, diamond albums. Nikki the greatest. She's almost 70 years old. She did her thing 30, 40 years ago. Now, as far as Tasha K, I love Tasha. Her interviews are getting better and better every time I watch them. And she's doing great. Now, as far as Lunel, now she an OG. She probably didn't have too much time to do for the movie, and they just threw her in there just to throw her in there, and she's stunning. And I mean, why not promote herself? Why not get on any interview that they want to ask her to come on? I would. She's a comedian. She has to travel and do shows all over the country. So why not? That's for her. That's why she did that.
I want to stick with what you said about Nikki. Nikki have sold millions of records. So maybe none of her singles reached diamond status yet, but Nikki sold some millions of records. Like Nicki Minaj is a great artist, awesome artist, and she's great. She's still in her 30s, and she's beautiful as an artist.
That one that we all know that she sold millions of records. It's just that her personality sucks.
Why do you say her personality sucks? Well, I'm trying to understand what's wrong with her personality.
Well, I mean, it does. Well, Wiley, it's for each his own. We don't want to get into an argument over Nikki. I don't know her. I feel like I've known her for all these years, but I don't know her. And I've only known Cardi for a little bit. And Mona Scott should be proud that she got somebody who come up off of her show that made it. That actually made it.
If you look at Nicki Minaj, she, according to the RIAA, is 100 million units across albums, singles, and features. Over 100 million. I mean, that right then and there.
Well, they need to go and dig them up.
Well, I'm just
on the roster.
I'm just letting you know
right
the success.
Now, Cardi is on top.
Well, she could be on the top right now, but that don't mean that Nikki can't be on top as well. Like Nikki still got a lot of juice left in her, and she still got a big fan base.
Those are the bars. It's for each his own. Wiley, I love your show.
So I'm assuming that you're not a barb. You a part of the Cardi.
No, I was a bar a few years ago. But time changes with everything, and I don't know what else to say about that, Wiley. I love Cardi.
So if Nicki Minaj is on the phone right now, icon. What would you tell Nikki?
I love Nikki. Nikki will always be an icon.
If Nikki was
she's an icon. If Nikki, just put it at that.
Okay, if Nikki was on the phone right now, what would you say to Nicki Minaj if she was on the phone right now?
If Nikki was on the phone right now, I would tell her that I'm proud of her as far as being a Black female making in this world and her artwork. But I'm sorry, she's just not on top right now, and she probably never will be. She cannot come back from that. She can't even twerk. Twerking is going on right now. These kids are twerking. Nikki not on Instagram. She don't communicate with us.
Well, Nikki, that's not
She
true.
ain't.
Nikki is on Instagram.
She
She is
at
on
home.
Instagram. She just
She at
had
home being a
Nikki
mom.
just had a baby, and she's taking a little time off. But I still think when she come
She
back,
at home
she's
being a
going to be a
mom.
reminder that she's still the queen.
She at home being a mom, and she's at home and got a lot of court cases to handle with her husband.
Well, Cardi B have
So
court.
that's
If
probably
we're going
why.
to talk about court cases, Cardi B got court cases as well.
Yeah, but you know what? We can agree to disagree, Wiley. I love your show. I'm gonna stay watching, even though we don't agree.
I love you.
I know you love you some Cardi, and I know you love you some Nikki too.
I do. Thank you so very
you
much.
You do. You know you do.
Thank you so
you
much.
You know you like all the girls.
Yes,
you know.
I do.
And it's girl power, and it's sad to see us have to compete, and the women have to compete over who's the best. But the numbers speak for itself.
Okay, you know what? We want to thank you for calling in.
Oh, thank you, Wiley. You have a blessed day.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. 7441. You live on the air.
The numbers speak for itself.
Hello.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Wiley?
Can you tell me down the back?
Thank you, Wiley. You have a blessed day.
744. Because we hear something like, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that last caller was obviously an old church lady. She's trying to. You reported on the success of Bodak Yellow, and then she bring Nikki into the equation. That's pending female against female. We don't give Cardi her shine. There was a high tone, but that's not to diminish the body of work Nikki has gave us. And she talking about Nikki attitude bad. She don't even know the woman. That's
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think she do keep in touch with her fans. They are called the Barbs, and it's a lot of them. And they can get angry, and they can cause a lot of damage on social media. So that lady needs to stick to reading her Bible. But enough of her. Coming to America too, it's kind of hard to outdo the original. That's why you probably shouldn't do that with certain movies, and I think that was one of them. See, we live in a time where Eddie Murphy can't be Eddie Murphy as we know him. He was raw, and he used slurs back then that are considered homophobic today. And Eddie understands that. So basically they water down the movie. You know what I'm saying? And when you water it down, it's not going to be as funny, because when we know you for being a great cusser and saying what you really want to say, it makes it hard to deliver like that. Like, my favorite comedian was Bernie Mac, and Bernie Mac was known for being raw and uncut, and that's what made him funny. But when they gave him the Bernie Mac show on national syndicated TV, he couldn't do all that. And so, even though it was a good show, it just don't have the same feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Then it's rawness. I get it.
Yeah. And, now women, especially black women, they can be a little more raunchy, as we saw with Leslie Jones. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, in part one, Eddie was getting his royal penis clean. And if he tried that today, that wouldn't sit too well with the feminist movement. You know what I'm saying? But Leslie got, they didn't say it, but dude come from up on the water, I guess washing her royal pearls.
You know what I'm saying? and,
Okay. We thank you so very much. Wow.
yeah. Oh, and another thing, your girl Tasha, she's her interviews are seeming more professional. You know, because I didn't like Tasha at one while because she was just too loud for me, and she done turned it up a notch or two. You know,
Yes.
I really appreciated that interview. Yeah, I felt bad for old girl too. You know, swindling out of, I think it was like $24,000. You know, that's cold. On the heels of her losing her mama to malpractice. So, you know, yeah, that was a great interview.
All right.
But anyway,
thank you so much for calling in, brother.
I appreciate it, Wiley.
Love you. Peace.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. All right. We're going to go to the next caller. 7736 calling on the air.
Hello?
Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I just joined in not too long ago. So I really don't know what exactly I want to start with, but I did hear the last few callers. But if you wouldn't mind just telling me all the topics real quick. Is that okay?
We do a review of Coming to America 2 and Tasha K. We talked about that. But did you watch Coming to America 2?
Oh, no, I did. I actually had watched it before Friday. I actually watched it Thursday night. I got it early. So I did. So I know that part exactly. But yeah, absolutely. I loved it. And majority of the people that have been commenting on Coming to America 2, first of all, they weren't even around back then when the first one even came out. So they don't understand anything about it. I mean, they are out here putting up stuff and posting about it as if like this is a new thing. Mind you, the first one came out so many years ago. I'm glad they did the number 2, and I actually watched it more than once. And I love it. I mean, I don't care what anybody has to say about it. I love it. I love the fact that majority of all the characters were still in it and everything, and they added other people into it. It just brought more humor to it. As much as people may not like whoever the comedians are and everything else, I mean, Morgan Freeman was in it. I mean, there were like only like 2 people that literally weren't in the movie that made the first movie. Like seriously. And then they added so many other people. I just loved it. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
And some people don't understand that.
I love they had Randy Watson up there singing. That was funny. That was like
exactly. And I even commented on that on somebody else's page a few nights ago. Like that he was still there singing. I loved it. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. Like I really did. I mean, nobody can tell me anything about it. I mean, there are some movies, I get it, that, you know, the humor hasn't been great, and this has been going on for at least a decade now. We understand that, okay? But this was it. I don't care. I really don't care. You know, I call myself a self-renowned movie critic. I don't care what it is. But no, this was really, really good, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate everyone. And also, people need to understand that this movie was pushed back and changed in so many different ways. Like this has been in the work for years. These people need to stop it. Okay, and it's probably, and all these things about politically correct and all this BS and all this stuff. Yeah, and this is why. So this is the result you get, sweetie. And it was still good because they still put it in your face, and it just is what it is. I loved it. I love that movie. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Oh. Okay, and if they actually watch the movie before they decide to comment, they would understand instead of watching everybody else's reviews before, you know, they actually watch it for themselves. Okay, they even watched the first one, and you know that's another thing Prime did too. They made sure that Coming to America, the original, was up there for your viewing pleasure while we waited, you know, for like 2 months for the movie to actually be put up there. And people like me, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I got to see it before other people. I'm just saying, neither here nor there though. it wasn't that much before I was people. You know, I didn't get no boxing to me like
Okay.
Kenya Moore did and all that.
Oh.
I'm just saying, but no,
Well,
seriously,
you.
you know, I love her, but you know, I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed everyone. And yes, I love them. I mean, I love Leslie. All these people that were in that movie, for the most part, except for the newbie. You know what I mean? I didn't know too much about the, you know, the new, you know, actresses and things like that. Yeah, we knew. Yeah, I know. Of course, you know, he had children and things like that, and their names and ages. But yeah, it was really, really cute. It was a good movie, a good family movie at that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can watch it with your whole family. Yeah, you know, I love it.
And
that's cool.
And then I like the fact that he had his daughter. Eddie Murphy had his daughter play one of his daughters.
Exactly. I can see that. Yeah, absolutely. It was a really, really cool.
And she did good. She did really good. You know, I like it. She's beautiful.
I mean,
she's beautiful too.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Not to cut you off, Mr. Wiley, but seriously, like when even in her fight scenes, because I had seen her do her interviews before it actually came out. So every time they pan the camera to her face, I'm thinking she's gonna bust out laughing because I'm just thinking of Eddie. You get what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy, all of these decades. And no, she was things like her face, like seriously and everything, and the comparison. No, she did a great job.
Thank you so much for calling in.
It was great.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye.
You have a great one.
Bye. You
Bye.
too. Bye. 9582, you live on the air. 9582. 9582, you live on the air. 9582.
Yes, hi. I'm here to talk about. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you turn me down the back? Oh,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm here to talk about the Eddie Murphy movie. I haven't seen it, but I feel like since it was in the 80s, it would never. The 80s was better. Now I don't think it was good, but you never know. But I feel like the 80s was just better. I don't know why they had to do another one. That's what I think. And about T.I. and Tiny, I don't know why would he let another dude have sex with her. That's your wife. Why would you want to do that? That makes no sense. You know, like why would Tiny let another girl have sex with T.I.? That's your husband. It makes no sense at all. But I guess that's what they like. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. What in the world is going on with these callers? What is going on with these callers today? What in the world? Oh Lord. Okay. Oh gosh, we want to thank all the producers in the house. Thank you. So make sure y'all thumbs up the video. There's only one show like this. There's only one show like this in the land. You ain't gonna get no show like this nowhere. This is the Wiley Show. And we want to say shout out to all the producers in the chat. Also, special shout out to everybody that is here. Thank you. Shout out to all the producers in the chat. This was definitely wonderful. Okay. All right. If y'all did not able to call in, leave us a comment and we will definitely do it. Tomorrow we resume back on Station Head. So tomorrow we will be live on Station Head. Okay. See y'all again in the next video. Peace. Oh, before I go, I just got should I go live today on Station Head? Let me see. Should I go live today on Station Head? Let me see. Should I go live today over there on Station Head? Let me ask my people. Press 1 if y'all want me to go live on Station Head right now. Press 2 you want to wait till tomorrow. Give me a second. Press 1 if you want me to go live on Station Head right now. Press 2 you want to go, because I want to give y'all an update about something. Let me know in the comment. Give me a second. Let me know. Okay, they said save it for YouTube. Okay. Yes, I feel okay. I'm gonna go live on because I didn't do it lately. Let me go live over here on Station Head. Let me feed my Station Head family. Give me a second while I post the link in there. Give me a second. Right. Let me see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Alrighty. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna put it in here. Yeah, we going live on station here, you guys. All right. So for the all right, where we at? Where we at? Okay. I'm gonna drop the link in here. See y'all live on station. Oh, I didn't want no dead air. Okay. Boom. Let me drop it in there. I will see y'all live on station here after show. And then we'll go live tomorrow too on station as well. But we're going live right now. All right. See y'all those there. Peace.